With peace restored to the kingdom, Doug organized a grand tournament in Reggie's honor. As tradition decrees, a new king must prove his worth before all the realms. The Crimson Keep was playing host to the traveling squirrel folk on their annual pilgrimage to the Bright Fir. They honored the young king with an invite to their Leaf's Fall Festival, the first outsider to be asked to this mysterious gathering in generations. Reggie was pleased to take some time away from battle to experience the wonder of the Great Golden Woods. Rabbits of White Whiskers had sent their most agile warrior. It would take more than a hop and a skip to overcome the formidable Gray Ears. Gray Ears put up a hearty challenge, but his grand hops were no match for Reggie's iron will. Captain Blacktail, a treacherous pirate, notorious for his adventures across the 3 seas. Reggie wondered if he was as fearsome on land. scurvy sea rat put up a good fight, but Reggie thought the captain might be better off sticking to the ocean. Dennis had returned with a vengeance, fully armed to the whiskers. He'd already lost one tournament and was determined he wouldn't lose another. Once again felt the bitterness of defeat at his younger brother's paws. Eivor was an old ally of King Rattus. Side by side, the pair had fought frog scum together many times. Could Reggie live up to his father? Eivor was here to find out. Eivor happily admitting defeat, Reggie knew he had passed the old rat's challenge. The young rat truly was the people's king. fitting reward for winning the tournament, Reggie was presented with the King's Key. It's a good thing Doug had eventually found it, as Reggie had been sorely tempted to break the lock himself. But as they say, curiosity kills the rat. The king's chamber smelled of fresh lilac and gooseberries, while the bed glistened with crisp silk sheets. Strangely, a slight breeze blew from behind the bookcase. Rat, half-frog abomination must have been the work of his father. Reggie wondered whether this was the source of all the undead in the crypts. Another of King Rattus's secrets, best kept hidden. Reggie was greeted by the squirrel guide Zazu at the forest edge. She'd been sent to show the king the way to the festival, a secret path known only by squirrel folk. The forest was not at all what the young king expected. He'd heard the bright fir's golden leaves bathed the entire forest in light. There'd been no mention of these giant mushrooms that made the air heavy with spores. The bright fir's golden light fell on the forest clearing and caravans like an enchantment. The mood, though, was not festive, but worried. Zazu, embarrassed, explained the reason they asked the brave young king here was to plead for his help. The squirrel elder and a priest of the bright fir journeyed to the abandoned glimmer mines to harvest bright moss, and had not returned. With the golden light of the camp behind him, Reggie headed back out into the gloom in search of the mines. Signs were not promising. Outside the glimmer mines were vicious beetles. What had driven them from their cave home? Squirrel folk were in more danger than they knew. The squirrel elder's walking cane lying abandoned. If he didn't have it, Reggie wondered, how did he carry himself from this place? The rocks of the glimmer mines glowed with a blue light unlike anything Reggie had ever seen. Reggie wondered what the moles would make of this place. The squirrel elder's lifeless body lay on the floor, the priest at his side. before Reggie could approach, he found out why they were trapped here. This was the nest of the Beetle Queen. Reggie approached the still body of the Squirrel Elder. The Squirrel Elder rose with a yelp. He'd been entranced from the ritual smoking of extra potent bright moss. Unaware, he almost became the Beetle Queen's snack. Thanking Reggie for the rescue, they headed back to begin the festival.